Hi guys, welcome back to another video that I'm going to be doing, and today's a special video. And as part of being smart and smart energy and smart automation, we're talking about saving energy as well. So here I've come to a company called Infinity Innovations, which is based just outside Bradford in Keighley, and we're going to be teaming up with these guys to offer a good energy saving solution. So it's basically, we've got things like hybrid inverters, squirrel pods, backup battery systems. Now, I do solar, as you all know, and we can offer this solution to people who have actually got solar power. But those people who haven't got solar power, or they can't have solar due to their roof, we have another product that they've introduced just recently, hence why I'm here today. So rather than me trying to explain it all to you, I might as well let the guy who knows all about it explain it all and how it works, and he'll explain about the specific tariff by a company called Octopus Energy. So you all have been hearing in the news about all these companies folding and gas and electricity prices rising. Well, here's one way we can mitigate that by having some cheaper electricity. So I'm going to pass you over to Jake, and who will go through everything with you.
Hi there, it's Jake here from Infinity Innovations. I'm here being filmed at the moment by Amir from Yorkshire Automation, so very happy that we work together, get our two companies going. So Amir's asked me to just tell you a little bit about battery storage and the applications. So many people out there have got solar systems. At the moment, all that excess energy that you're generating is going off and you're not using it. So it's really simple to put a battery storage system onto your existing solar system. This is a retrofit unit, and to this you can fit a number of batteries. It's really flexible, really easy to add batteries at a later date if you need more and more power. Lovely thing about this is it doesn't affect your solar system at all. So if you've got a feed-in tariff, anything like that, don't worry, it doesn't touch it in any way, shape or form. This just connects to your fuse board. If it detects any extra energy that's going away from the house, it grabs it and saves it for you. And if it ever finds you're buying electricity but there's some available power in the batteries, it sends it out. It's fully automatic how it works. Really simple, accurate system, monitorable online, monitorable on an app on a phone, just really, really clever stuff. Okay. If you want to move on to a bigger system, you can have a second controller and a few more batteries attached to a second controller, and now it doubles the capacity. In really boring terms, this will give you up to 3.5 kilowatts of charge and discharge power, but if you want to go a lot bigger, you can have a second one. Now you double it up to 7 kilowatts of charge and discharge power. A Tesla Powerwall is only 5 kilowatts, so it smashes the level that you can do. But you don't have to do it now, you can do it later. You can start with the system, it's fully future-proofed, and you can grow the system. So if we all change and we have to stop using fossil fuels, using more electricity down the line, your investment is protected, you can grow it at a later date. It's really easy and simple to do. The really important thing about battery storage now is it's not just a solar product. I don't have solar on my house, I live off battery storage because there are so many people out there now benefiting from cheap electricity. We're moving on to EV charging for cars, electric cars, and everyone's going, wow, I can get this really cheap stuff at night. Hang on a minute, why don't I run my house off that? And that's what this allows you to do. I do it. I am with Octopus Energy, but there are other people out there. Octopus Energy have got some really simple stuff where it's cheap from this time to this time, generally midnight to about 4 in the morning. You can just grab that and use it later. And they've got some complicated stuff where it's different prices at different times of the day, but don't worry about that. We've developed an algorithm. You just tell it how many charges you want and it'll find the cheapest ones every single night for you. So it's really clever stuff. It's bi-directionally controllable, which means that as new stuff comes on in the future, we can just develop packages and this can work with it. And that's why battery storage has just leapt into the future now. And it's just very, very flexible, very future-proof, and very easy to install now and expand later, or as things change and as you need more and more. So hopefully that tells you enough.
Right, thank you very much, Jake.
All right.
So here are the units, just a bit more of a closer look at them. They're not that big at all. So, and here is one running right now. As you can see, the display is nice and easy to see. The app is just as easy to use. I will show you some more pictures of the app, but the couple of clients that I've already got, we will show you them with the solar power systems with battery backups. But it'll be very, very similar to what this looks like. Right, if you need more information or anything like that, feel free to send me an email. If it's anything too techy, I will pass it over to Jake, who will then respond to you as well. And,
do you want to show people what a battery looks like?
A battery?
Just in case you've ever wondered, this is a battery. They're really clever. They've got Wi-Fi connectivity, so each individual battery can be monitored as well. But that's what they look like. So if you've got 2 batteries, you'd have one on top of the other, or 3 or 4 or 5. Really easy to add another one. They just link together with some cables, so you can start where you're happy. If things change in the future, just keep adding. Really simple.
There you have it. So that's what the battery looks like as well. It looks a little bit bigger, so it's not like your typical AA battery, but it's a lot more powerful. And are these
2.4 kilowatts of power comes out of this unit.
So that's a fair amount of power. So therefore, each house would only need probably maybe 2, 3 for a typical 3-bed semi-detached property. And if you are lucky enough to live in a bigger house, you can have up to 8 batteries
per controller.
Per controller. So that's a very decent capacity, and expandability options are there for you. Right. As I said before, any questions, feel free to send me an email. Anything too technical, I will pass over to Jake and he will answer for you. And if you need a quotation, we can sort that out for you too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now. Hi, right. Before I go, I thought I would get some pictures in and some data to show what this system looks like with the monitoring software. So here we have a house that we did I did about a year ago. Now this is using the Lux system what Jake provided for me, and but this one is actually a complete solar system. So here you've got your solar generating power, which is coming into the hybrid inverter, and it's then going into the house. Okay, now this is the grid, showing how much grid is going into the property as well. Now, as you can see from this nice little diagram, the house is currently using 389 watts. And at the moment, the PV is only generating around about 28 watts, as currently it is just at, well, it's just gone past sunset, hence it's very little power being generated. The battery is currently filled to 37%, and it is discharging at around 369 watts. Plus the 28 watts gives you roughly the 389 watts. You do have a bit of what we call losses on the system, but from this you can see that this house is being powered purely battery power from solar energy. Now, if you were on one of those tariffs that allows you to charge your battery overnight on a very low rate, then what would happen is you won't have this solar element in it, but just this battery element in going through the Lux and into your property until the batteries are fully discharged before the AC sides comes back into play. Now, what I will do is I will just show you the other property that I've done as well, and as you can see from here, their battery levels are, again, very little power being generated, and what little power there is just going to be used to start charging the battery. The lowest level of the battery is actually 10%. So once it reaches 10%, it does have to start recharging before you can use it again. It's just the way the battery technology works. And therefore, the house is currently using just over 3 kilowatts, and therefore all of that energy is being imported. One thing I forgot to show you is here. Today's solar yield for this particular property is 4.3 kilowatts. So it's not been the best of sunny days. And if I click on here, today they've imported 7.2 units of energy, but they have used 11.1 kilowatts of energy. So from here, with all the data, you can actually see what's going on with the house. So if I just switch back to the other one, and here, as you can see, they've only imported 3.3 kilowatts of units, and they've actually just used 8 units today. But the difference being around 5 units is coming from batteries. So this starts around midnight.
So this is one example, as you can see, for the direct live feed that you can see from your system. Now I'm just going to show you some pictures of what it looks like. Oh, 1 minute, let me just open these pictures up and then I'll drag them across. So this is another property which has had an installation done, and so that's the 2 Lux units. So these are the with the battery systems as well. So we've got the isolators and we have the power AC going in and all relevant cables etc going in. And what then happens is this one is being mounted in a server rack. So you can see here 1, 2, 3 batteries to one unit, and 1, 2, 3 batteries on the other units. So this particular property has got 2 pods, 6 batteries in total, and all the interconnections, and as you can see, the whole thing is alive with these green LEDs. And this is what it looks like from far back. So there you have it. So that's what it looks like, and that's, you can then gauge by that how much space it's actually taking. And with a good reference here is your standard doorway, so you can see that how much space it takes up. So those are a bit extra. Hope you like that, and actually see it for yourselves. Like I mentioned before, any questions, feel free to ask, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.